Hello Godzilla fans, I'm just going to do a quick update. Toys R Us has uploaded this photo today of, looks like a prototype of Godzilla. You can tell it's a different color than the toy that has come out. And there are a few other differences I'd like to go over. First of all, the spines look much sharper, much more jagged and forked than they do on the final toy, and I'll show you that in a minute. And also there's a lot more snug joints as far as the shoulder goes right into the arm, and the same with the hip, which is not true of the toy. So it's kind of interesting that they had the toy in stock occasionally, but they've uploaded this picture, which must be a prototype. I'll go quickly over to the toy just to show you. See what I mean by the joints are not snug at all. And you can tell the range of motion. This is the highest and this is the lowest the arms could go. And it looks like the prototype didn't have that problem. Same with the hips. And if you go to the 1998 Zilla figure, that's not a problem. This is a full range of motion. I can turn this arm all the way around, and of course the shoulder flows right into the arm. So that's just interesting. Here's a shot of the spines. See how they look like they're almost melted on the edge, and they're not quite as jagged and sharp. And I never mentioned in my original toy review of this, the size of the head is obviously really small as compared to the size of the head of the Zilla. And that just kind of gives you a sense of, I don't know, he looks like a sumo wrestler. This guy is so big. Not overall impressed with the... I'm impressed with the Toys R Us sculpt, but I'm a little wary of the monster itself. It'll probably look great in the movie, probably do what it's designed to do and just be giant and scare people. But when you look at the original Godzilla, I mean, these spines are just ridiculous and crazy and cool. So it's clear they wanted to go with some sort of realism, and kind of make it more animalistic, not quite as realistic as, say, a mutated iguana, but less monstrous and more real creature. So that's interesting. Don't get too excited, however, when we go back to Toys R Us. Even though they've uploaded a photo, it's good that there's movement. But when you try and order these, you can only actually, let me close this, do one thing. You're not allowed to do these other two options. You have to reserve it in store. But once you try and do that, you type in your zip code. That's not my zip code. I'm not going to let you track me down. All of the stores do not have them. Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. I've tried, more than 50 stores. So that's it, and at least there's movement. At least something is happening with Toys R Us. They're probably going to get a lot more of these in sometime soon.